Fatigue is one of the most common struggles women face in midlife. Between hormonal changes, work demands, and family responsibilities, many women feel like their energy is slipping away. Welcome to Bobel's third episode of Age Joyfully, the podcast, where we have honest conversations about aging and living well. I'm your host Danu, and in each episode, I'll be joined by our managing director, Miss Ruby, as we unpack the real challenges of aging. Today, we're starting with a topic many people will be able to relate to: fatigue. Why it happens, and what can you actually do to feel energized again? Alright, Miss Ruby, burnout is something so many women feel in their midlife, and I think many people can actually relate to it way earlier as well. So what are some of the main causes you think are behind this constant fatigue that people feel?
Midlife is often seen as a season between 40 and 60, a stage of transition from young adulthood to older adulthood. Burnout in middle women often stems from being stretched in too many directions at once. Many juggle careers, family responsibilities, aging parents, and personal health. All of this while experiencing the natural physical changes of aging. The invisible mental load of keeping everything together, and there is no surprise that fatigue sets in.
So how do you think hormones, especially perimenopause, a lot of people have heard of menopause, but what about also perimenopause play into why women feel more drained than women did before?
Hormones play a central role in how women feel during midlife. In perimenopause, levels of estrogen and progesterone fluctuate, and this instability impacts sleep quality, mood regulation, and energy production. And lower estrogen levels affect neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which influence motivation and emotional resilience. Progesterone, which has a very calming effect, also declines, contributing to restlessness or anxiety. Together, these shifts create a physiological backdrop that makes women feel more tired and less able to bounce back from stress compared to earlier years.
Stress is a silent thief of energy. A lot of people don't realize that actually being stressed can make you feel more tired. Can you explain how cortisol impacts our energy levels from a day-to-day basis?
Cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, is designed to help us cope with short-term challenges. But when stress becomes chronic, cortisol stays elevated, which disrupts energy metabolism, your sleep cycles, and immune function. Instead of giving energy, it begins to drain you. And high cortisol also increases inflammation and makes blood sugar levels swing, causing afternoon crashes. And over time, this silent thief leaves women feeling wired.
Now, let's talk about lifestyle, right? What are some of the small practical changes? It doesn't have to be like, those big one that takes a lot of energy and effort. The small practices that you think women can make to feel more energized on a daily basis.
Prioritize restorative sleep. Set a consistent bedtime and reduce screen exposure at night. And then nourish your body with whole food, steady hydration, and protein-rich meals to stabilize energy. Move daily. Gentle exercises like walking, yoga, or strength training improves circulation and boosts your endorphins. And have micro rests, short breathing exercises, 5-minute breaks, or mindfulness moments throughout the day will reset your nervous system.
If someone listening to us right now, feels burnt out, tired, what do you think is the first step they should be making, or what do you recommend them to do towards feeling more balanced?
If you feel completely burnt out, the first step is to recognize it and give yourself permission to slow down. Burnout isn't weakness. It's a signal from the body and the mind that something must change. Begin small. Take just 10 to 15 minutes a day to rest. Breathe, stretch, or jot down your thoughts. These mini breaks of reclaiming personal space begins to reset the nervous system and builds a foundation for larger changes. From there, seek the right support, whether from a doctor, nutritionist, or therapist, to rebuild energy to find lasting balance.
Alright, thank you, Miss Ruby, for that powerful insight. If you've been doing everything right but still feel drained at the end of the day, it's time to take a deeper look. Remember, real change doesn't happen on the surface, it begins from within. I'm your host Danu, and I'll catch you in the next episode as we have more conversations about aging and living well.